Welcome to the Weekly Roundup Part 2. You've reached Talking with Dr. Terry, 180 Seconds to a Better You, message number 441, and I'm Dr. Terry Wurzbacher. Picking up from yesterday, Jay also liked my exploration walks just as I do. I'm still out walking, but focusing more on what's around me than my walking skill. Those will be decreased during the next 3 months, but they are still available when I need to do what's called kind of a rest day. If I'm not resting, I could do an easy walk, an exploration walk. I love that name, Jay. Aaron said one thing on his bingo card, which is his version of a goal card, is to have a date with his wife where they both eat and do everything with their non-dominant hand. I'm way ahead of him there since I had 6 weeks of that when I broke my collarbone. And yes, you'd see things different and from a much different perspective. The most response I got, which was great, was about the tidbit books, and I really appreciate the input. Tim had one idea that hit really home for me. He said that if he had a hard copy notebook, it would be in the back that he'd put quotes. In the very front, in the first maybe 10 pages, he would put things that he absolutely wanted to remember and review almost on a daily basis. That would be a very limited number of pages, which is why I said about 10. It would be this material that makes a difference in your day every single day. He said he'd put most of the things he wanted to remember in the middle, and I really like this, especially when he said you didn't have to fill out the front right away. You could write stuff in the middle, and after you'd reviewed it a few times, and maybe after a couple of weeks, you could then pick what you wanted to put in the front. Karen has different journals for different topics. That would drive me nuts, and I would probably stop doing it. That's why I really like Tim's idea. Ramona said that if it was electronic, she'd keep the acronyms either alphabetically or organized by category, and I think that's a great idea too. Deb uses her notes section on her phone for her tidbits. She keeps books she wants to read or purchase, quotes, scriptures, videos that have been recommended, things she wants to follow up on. I use the Notes app too for many of what she's described, but I want a specific place for the key things in my life, as my Notes app has tons of other stuff in it too, and it's not very fast. Melissa uses the Full Focus Planner, another way to get Terry tongue-tied, and also her Notes app. I'm not familiar with the Full Focus Planner, so I'll have to look that up. So I'm really glad on all of this input. Carrie, I think I pronounced her name right, from Maryland, gave me an interesting thought. It was about the perspective call, I think. She said she and a colleague are elementary school teachers, and they were talking about color blindness, and she was going to have her colleague listen to the call. But what struck me was my wondering what she meant by color blindness. The retinal problem in someone's eye, or the mental and emotional acceptance of all people of any color. There's going to be a part 3 of the Weekly Roundup. Have a diamond day.